Good morning, students. Welcome to English compulsory lectures. I am Narendra Gauri from SK Gandhi College, Kada, Department of English. Today, we will discuss the aspect of grammar, very important topic of grammar, that is sentence structure. Do you all know what do you mean by sentence? As we all know, sentence is composed of words, and words are composed of sounds. If you look step by step, first sound occurs, then word, then sentences. Okay. So what is a sentence? It is a sentence is a group of words which express a complete thought or a complete sense of meaning. Sentence can be found in all languages, but its structure is different from one language to another. If you take any language, whether Arabic language, for example, Arabic language or English language or American English, a sentence has a various structure. Even if we take regional languages like Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, the structure differs from language to language. So generally a sentence has a subject, okay, a subject, or then verb, then object, and so on. So we'll look step by step what do you mean by sentence. Yeah, we look at the sentence structure. This is the sentence structure of language English. It consists of single clause or several clauses or more than one clauses. There are four types of sentence structure in English. First is simple sentences, second compound sentences, third complex sentences, and fourth one is compound complex sentences. There are these four structure. Now we come to main point, sentence. How to build a sentence in English language. So basically these are the 5 patterns of sentence structure in English. The first basic common structure is subject verb, subject and verb. Second one is subject verb object. Third one is subject verb adverb. Then next one is subject verb and noun. These are the 5 patterns. So we look one by one all these patterns. First pattern is subject plus verb. What do you mean by subject? It is called in the regional language karta, that is subject. It's basically begins with pronoun or noun. For example, I or Ramesh or Seema. These are called subject. And verb, as you all know, students, it shows action. The most basic common simple sentence pattern is consists of subject followed by an intransitive verb. What do you mean by intransitive verb, students? You all know what do you mean by verb. There are 2 types of verb, transitive and intransitive. Intransitive verb is complete by itself and does not have an object, while transitive verb have an object. One simple example I will give you. Ram ate. Ram is subject, ate is verb. So subject plus verb, SV pattern. We call this SV pattern. There is no object in this sentence. So that's why it is called intransitive verb. Means this verb cannot be transformed. Also it cannot be converted into passive voice. That voice cannot be changed. And suppose I say Ram eat mango. Ram is subject, eat is verb, mango is object. This verb ate is transitive verb, because it can be transformed into passive voice. So that is you understood the difference between transitive verb and intransitive verb. The meaning of a sentence in this pattern is simply that subject did something. Means subject is the main karta or doer. This pattern is called, it's a very simple pattern, SV pattern. In short, we can call it SV pattern. There are some few examples, it can make you clear about this pattern. For example, I say, I refused. I say, I refused. Here, I is subject. That is I subject. Refused is verb. SV pattern. The bell rang. The bell is subject and rang is verb. You know, she smiles, or birds flies, they walk, he is sleeping, Seema is running. All these examples are example of SV pattern. They are all intransitive verb because they do not have object. So you understand this is a very simple first basic pattern which is called SV pattern. Okay, and we move on to next pattern. Second pattern is subject verb plus noun. It is called SV noun pattern, SVN pattern we call it in short. This pattern consists of a subject, a linking verb and predicate noun. What do you mean by predicate noun? You all are familiar with noun, pronoun. A predicate noun completes a linking verb and renames the subject. Got the point? In this pattern, a linking verb links, its name itself is linking verb, or connect the subject to a predicate noun or pronoun. It acts like a equal sign, showing that the predicate noun refers back to the subject. Let us take some example, or simply we can say the form of be, form of verb be, become, remain, appear, continue, is, seem, stay, make. These are all called linking verbs. They will connect this verb subject to noun. For example, I will give an example. My father is a lawyer. My father is a lawyer. What is subject here? My father. What is verb? That is. It is a form of verb be. Is in continuous tense. A lawyer. It is a profession. It is called a noun. So, what is this verb? Is a linking verb. Okay. It is connecting my father to a lawyer. That is subject to noun. That's why it is called a linking verb. What is my father? A lawyer. Who is lawyer? My father. So that's why this verb is a linking verb. Okay. Next example, we can make it clear. Mrs. Sally is become our teacher. Mrs. Sally became our teacher. Mrs. Sally is subject, became. It is a form of verb be, and our teacher again noun. Okay. Mrs. Sally became our teacher. So subject plus verb plus our teacher. Mrs. Sally became what? Our teacher. Who became our teacher? Mrs. Sally. So became is a linking verb here. It is form of verb be. So another example, the girl is my sister, or Raju is my brother. Again, the girl is subject, is verb, my sister is noun. So we can call it SVN pattern. Is the connecting verb or linking verb. Another example, my favorite language is English. What is my favorite language? English. So my favorite is a subject, is verb, English is noun. My favorite song is so and so. Take any example. You got the point. This is the second and very simple pattern, subject verb noun pattern. We call it SVN pattern. We move on to next pattern. That is third pattern. Subject verb object. SVO. Subject verb plus object. In this sentence where subject comes first, verb second and object third. That's why we call it SVO. Now this pattern is very common order. By number of speakers use this pattern. And the second most common order by number of known languages. First one, as we saw, subject verb. This one is subject verb object. Most common verb. Here it is, we use transitive verb. I explained to you what do you mean by intransitive verb and transitive verb. There is simple difference. Here we have verb. So it is called a transitive verb. This can be transformed into passive voice. Simple example, simple rule we can follow. So let us take some example. The child drinks juice or milk, whatever it is. The child drink juice. What is the subject here? Karta, the child. Okay. Drinks is a verb and juice is the object. I finished the work. I is the subject, finished is the verb, and the work is the object. We can transform this sentence into passive voice. The work is finished by me. Okay, juice is drunk by me. So that's why it is called a transitive verb. It can be transformed into passive voice. Earlier we saw bird flies. This is subject verb pattern. We cannot transform this into passive voice because this don't have object. You got the points? And third example we can see, they did a lot of exercise. They did a lot of exercise. What is subject here? They. Did is verb. Lot of exercise is object. So simple difference we can find out. Subject, verb, object. Got the point? This is the third pattern. We move on to the next pattern. Fourth pattern. Subject, verb, adjective. We all know what do you mean by adjective. But this form SVAD, J. So this is subject, verb, adjective. In short we can say. Here subject come first, then verb, and then third adjective. That's why it is called subject, verb, adjective. Got the point? And now what do you mean by adjective? As you all know, it tells something more about noun. It's make clear picture of noun in the mind of reader and create new feeling about the writer. It tells something more about noun or feature of noun. That is why, for example, Ram is tall. It tells something more about Ram because he is tall. This is called adjective. We can take some example. So in this, the sky is blue. What is the sky? The sky is blue. Here subject is the sky, verb is, adjective is blue. The sky is blue. Tom and John are friends. Tom and John are what? Tom and John are friends. So the Tom and John are subject, are is verb, and friends is adjective. Another example, she wears a beautiful dress. She is subject, wears is verb, a beautiful dress. They are singing a beautiful song. This is also an example. They is subject, are is verb, beautiful song is adjective. So you got this point. Subject, verb plus adjective. SVAD, This pattern we can say in short. Next, the last pattern we call it subject, verb, adverb. You all know what do you mean by adverb, like strongly, bravely, clearly. With that, add something to the verb, to the action. This is called, we call it in Marathi Kriya Visheshan, subject, verb, adverb. In the sentence, the subject comes first, then verb, and then the third aspect is adverb. Adverb tells us what, when, where, how, whom. It tells us manner, adverbial of manner, time, place. We have learned earlier. They are all adverbial time of place, time, and so on. They tell us what extent the action has taken place, what time the action has taken place, where the action has taken place, okay, in what manner the action has taken place, what extent the action is performed. It is typically used to modify a verb. What is the function of adverb? They modify the verb. Okay, but adverb can also modify adjective or another adverb. That is also their function. They can also modify some adjective also and adverb also. This pattern is called SV adverb ADV pattern. For example, let us take some example. The teacher is here. The teacher is here. Subject is the teacher. Is verb. Here is in this place. This demonstrate adverbial place of this adverbial of place. Where is teacher? Here, this juncture. So it is called adverbial of place. Another example, he sings sweetly. He sings sweetly. He is subject, sings is verb, sweetly is adverb. How he sings, that is sweetly. That is manner. Adverbial of manner. This shows the adverbial of manner. How he sings the song. Then another example, she came yesterday. She came yesterday. When did she came? Yesterday. Now what does this demonstrate? Shows when means time. Yesterday. or whichever, day before yesterday or last Sunday, whatever you can call it. So this this shows adverbial of time. So as we have earlier mentioned, adverb shows adverbial of time, place, manner, action, and what extent the action is taking place. These are the 5 patterns of adverbs, subject verb patterns we have seen of structure pattern. Hope you have understood this pattern. Thank you very much.